assignments as they await the starter to let them off. Fordham, Temple, Grand Valley State, Bucknell, Drexel, and UMass. Alex, you're the coxswain from Drexel. What do you know about this one?
Drexel here, your two-time winner, looking today to make it their third in a row. Every girl in this boat, except for freshman Stroke, has a medal either from last year's JV8 or freshman 8 from winner in 2012.
And UMass.
UMass, they're running 4 freshmen in this second varsity 8 here today, including 5-seed Hadley Irvine, South Jersey rower from Harbor Township.
Obviously, things working out for the freshmen.
They are. It must be very working well for them here. They got second place last weekend at A10s in this event.
As we continue to show you these races, people are tweeting us using the hashtag 6ABC DadVail, and we have a fact that I'd like to talk about here as we have some recent winners of the JV8. And as Alex had just mentioned, Drexel winning it the last 2 years. St. Joseph's coming in first in 2011. Seeing a lot of Buffalo and Purdue, and then UConn there at the bottom. Someone tweeted us, Ferdinand, that there's a local coxswain who won the DadVail Varsity 8 men's 3 years in a row, and this is an individual that you know very well.
Jamie Byer. Should be Jamie Byer. 3 years in a row.
That's correct.
Yeah, I know Marcus McElhenney won it three times, but not. Who was a Bonner coxswain, but not 3 years in a row. But Jamie Byer is probably that very person.
He's got a great nickname, Zeus. On the river, Jamie Byer is known as Zeus. All right, so for some of the people, it might be Miller time. Might be time to crack a cold one. So we have our Alicia Vitarelli at a location along Kelly Drive that is known as the Beer Tent.
You can get some pretty great refreshments here at the DadVail, and this year you can also get something that's not just homegrown, but let's call it home brewed from Sly Fox Brewery out of Pottstown, and Christine Fisher is a beer ambassador.
Yes. Hi, this is the first year we've done this beer just for the DadVail. We ran a beer tent last year and it went so well, we worked them to come up with the DadVail Pale Ale. You can only get it here in a couple of bars around Philly.
So you did this specially for this this year. So the DadVail Pale Ale, why don't you pour one up so we can see what it looks like?
All right.
Tell me about it. What's the consistency? What were you thinking when you put this one together?
It's kind of like a rower. It's a little light in the body with a great strong finish. Delicious beer. It's an American pale ale, but it's not as crazy hoppy as some others. It's perfect for pretty much anyone.
Okay, so this has the body of a rower.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Yeah. So you can only get it here, a couple of pubs around town.
Yeah, and that's it. And then it's gone till next year.
All right. Back to you guys. I wish I could try it, maybe after work.
Thanks so much, Alicia. Looks like lots of fun. Just as we went to Alicia, it started to rain pretty good. Some pretty large raindrops. Looks like it's tailing off a bit, but as it was raining, the sun was actually coming out. So it was quite confusing for, I'm sure, a lot of people, and we're seeing some umbrellas go up here at the grandstands at the finish line. And I'm taking a look at my own Storm Tracker app. It looks like a very small cell, so it looks like this shall pass very soon. When it starts raining like that, how does that affect the people out there on the boats?
A lot of the time, we don't. We may or may not notice, depending on how heavy the rain is. But something light like this, in the heat of battle, you probably go unnoticed.
So there's a Storm Tracker 6 radar scan. It's pretty spotty out there, but once again, looks like that shall pass. And in fact, it looks like it stopped raining, so people are putting their umbrellas down. But again, it's one of the many things that we'll be watching today, because the only thing that can get this race stopped is lightning.
And right now we're looking at the Bucknell women here, two-time bridesmaids in this event. So this year, right now, they are looking in that first place. Will this be the year for them?
I got a tweet from someone about Bucknell, from Christina Hartnett, saying that the Bucknell ladies are so fancy. Maybe she's talking about those bright orange uniforms, I don't know. But the Bison looking pretty good in this women's JV8.
Yeah, that hot orange is looking good in that first place spot right there. Drexel right next to them, though. Looks like they were pushing. They were getting in the last shot that we saw there.
Drexel was, in fact, Bucknell was, in fact, seeded #1 coming into this regatta. Drexel seeded #2.
Got a lot of cowbell going right now, and I'm starting to think about Christopher Walken. Or should I call him Bruce Dickinson?
That's
the Bruce Dickinson. Bucknell at a 38 stroke rate. The Bison are very high favorites in the women's
very
NBA.
Exit this Peters Island here. Drexel still with that contact, but Bucknell, they don't look like they're giving anything away. That strong 38 there.
A full length at least.
Yeah, Drexel doing everything they can to come back on the terms and try to catch him, but I mean, with only 20 strokes to go, running out of room unless something catastrophic happens to the Bison here. They look very, very strong, coming all the way to the finish, and we can hear all the cheering behind us for all the local crews.
We're taking a look as they come in right now. We are seconds away from the finish, and the Bucknell Bison have taken the gold. Women's JV 8, Bucknell University from the state of Pennsylvania. We have very tired ladies, 8 of them, and a very proud coxswain who will be preparing to go into the water for a little dip. The Aberdeen DadVail Regatta. We'll be right back.